By the time you're seeing this video, is already 2026, and I'm pretty sure you know the clock is already started ticking for the 2026 calendar from January 1st. It's not as if the clock ever stopped ticking, but we can see in the market currently within December 25th, 2027, the market a bit participants a bit died down. So by January, we're very sure that the market will definitely start ticking. So the question is, are you ready? Are you ready for 2026 price action? The market is going to unveil itself in different dimensions. We know the market has unlimited way of expressing itself. So we are here for it is the market has to offer this particular trading year. So the question is, are you ready? If you are, kudos to you. And if you're not, I have a video for you. This is going to be a package for 2026. This is how I'm going into 2026. It's a strategy video. I'm going to be talking about a couple of things. It's ranging for the pairs I trade and why I trade them, the time frames I trade them on. I'm going to be doing a top-down analysis of one pair, either, or I'll just make a random selection. So entry confirmations and the mindsets in the trade and take profit. So it's going to be a full package breakdown of my 2026 strategy. And for those of you that are ready or you have a strategy, kudos to you. If you don't have, you can quickly adopt this and get on the train to be able to make as much use of the opportunities 2026 has to offer. So come with me, let's get started. So like I said, we'll be talking about the pairs I trade and why. So from here at the moment, I'm trading about 10 pairs. I have a day trading strategy. For my day trading strategy, I trade just two pair. That's GBP USD and gold. For my swing trading strategy, because the way I trade and the kind of patterns I look for, they kind of take time to present themselves on the 4 hour, so they are kind of limited. So on the 15 minutes I get a lot, but on the 4 hour it's kind of limited. So the best way to get as much opportunity as possible, that doesn't reflect, sometimes getting as much opportunity in the market doesn't reflect profitability sometimes, but on the 4 hour time frame I'm able to get more unique opportunities if I trade a couple more markets. So I trade about 10 pairs and I use the XY to balance between GBP USD and the USD strengths and weaknesses. So I currently do NAS 100, S&P 500, gold, BTC USD, ETH, US oil, Euro AUD, GbpJpy, GBP USD, and USD CHF. That's about 10 pair. So all of them I use the same strategy on them. So there's no I don't play different strategy on each pair. They all follow the same strategy model. I have my trading plan here. I'm going to open it. Give me a second. So this is my trading plan. So this trading plan, just you can see all the way. These are the pairs. Okay, where's the pair I trade? Just give me a second. Okay, these are the pairs I trade. So it's all in my trading plan already. So the thing is now, these are the pairs I trade. So basically, the time frames I trade them on the 4 hour time frame. So but I'm able to go from the weekly on all of this. On all of this pair, I can go from the weekly, the daily, the 4 hour time frame. So I can dabble between any time frame. So I'm very, very comfortable, dabbling in between the higher time frames and the lower time frames. But I cannot take trades on the 4 hour time frames. On my day trading, I do the 15 minutes. So it's just how I see fit. So on all of this, why I trade them, like I said, I've created recognizable patterns that repeats themselves more in the market. So I'm more confident, taking pairs, finding those repeatable patterns on this pair. So there are a couple of commodities and forex. So not so much on the forex pair, but
you know, and even a very, very solid balance. So that will be that for the pairs I trade and why I traded. So we are going to be now, doing the top down analysis. So on the this is I'm currently recording this video, so I'm going to just make a random pick, and let's say I'll do Euro AUD. So we are going to do a top down analysis on where I currently see Euro AUD playing for, let's say, a top down analysis basically. So quickly I'll go to the weekly time frame, and on the weekly time frame I'll quickly turn off the line charts. So I have my analysis already here because how I understand market structure to be. We all understand market structure differently, but how I understand market structure to be is, you can agree with me that markets move this way, this way, this way, and then it can express itself. One second. The market can express itself in numerous kind of ways, but at the end of the day, we go up, we go down, we go up, we go down, and mar- and that's what the market express itself. So at the moment on the weekly time frame, I know we have this was the last low that was created on the weekly, and this was the last high created. So I think since February 2025, we created a high in February 2025. Let's go to the candlestick. This was the last high was created in March 2025, and we didn't have any candle that break above this high or break below this low, or rather this low. So at the moment we are very, very, very much bullish on the weekly time frame on Euro AUD. So if we go to the daily time frame, if I delete this, we can still see that far back in, this is why I use the line chart. This just removes all the clutter so that I can narrow my focus on what I'm trying to achieve on the charts. So you can see that if we move from, this was the low created on the weekly time frame. So if you can see how price moved this way, came back this way and this way, then made a bust all the way to this high at around 1.83950, and projecting from the low, like the last low that was created was around 1.71784. So if we see price has not created any high, price has not created any high above this high, and price has not created any low above this low, so we're still bullish on the daily time frame. So but you can see everything in between is just the 4 hour time frame, price action. But on the daily time frame, you can agree with me that until we make a high above this high, we have not created a new structure above this high, and we have not created a new structure below this low. So we are still bullish on the daily time frame. So if we go to the 4 hour time frame now, you can see that there's a numerous amount of price action been playing here. So what I'm mostly doing is going to just be observing this pair and be looking for buy opportunities only. So this may be a bit different from what I'm going to be doing on GbpJpy, because on GbpJpy we can see on the weekly here that we are very, very much bullish. Let's take this off. Let's turn this off. You can see we are very, very much bullish. It was the last low that was created on the weekly, and we have not even created the high yet on the weekly, because price is just stalling here. We may create a new high, or we may create a new high. Let me increase this. We may create a new high above this, or we may decide to come down a bit before going up. So whatever way of expressing itself the market is going to choose to express itself when the market resumes, when price action fully resumes in 2026. This is going to be, at the moment we are currently bullish on GbpJpy. So if we go to the daily time frame, we can see on the daily time frame that we are still very much bullish. You can see the last low that was created on the daily time frame was here at a price level of about 207.705, and last high created was 211.456. Price has not created any high above this high that was created here, So price has not created any high. So currently price is still here. So we have not created a high above here. We have not created a lower below here. So we are very much bullish on the daily time frame still. So if I close this, if I take this off, I'll go to the 4-hour time frame. So I'm basically looking for buy opportunities on this particular pair. Since November, I have been very much bullish on this pair, and I've taken some crazy trades on this pair that, to be mine. I think I'm currently on 5 for 5 on this particular pair. So my first entry was around here. I took a buy opportunity here. My stop loss was below here. Some of this trade I wasn't even able to take it live because I had opportunities playing on other pair, but these are opportunities that they were relative on that particular day that I took. So see, oh sorry, these are all opportunities that have presented itself on gold, or sorry, on GbpJpy that I've been able to capitalize on. There was a trade on this particular point here. So the same, basically the same strategy that I'm going to be using on EurAud is the same strategy I'm going to be using here. So at the end of the day, so these are some trades I've taken. So what we are going to do on this particular video, just to enlighten you on what we are going to be looking out for or trading, how we're going to be trading in 2026. We're going to be doing like 4 trades. I'm going to be backtesting 4 trades. This is GbpJpy. I'm going to be doing a random backtest on GbpJpy. Yes, see, start new. We're going to let this down. We're going to click on random. So I'm going to backtest. Let me say, since it's the beginning of the year, I'm going to let me do like 5 backtests on this particular pair. You're going to see at the moment here, GbpJpy took us to Tuesday, August 2024. This is where the random took us to. So we're going to backtest 5 pair from this particular 5 trades. We're going to look for 5 trading opportunities from this particular moment and to when it gives us the 5 pair. The main purpose of this particular, what I'm going to do here is I'm going to be showing you like my entry strategy, what I see, the things that the entry confirmations I look for before I buy or sell. So that you see, for every trade I take, remember every trade is unique in the market. So for every trade, excuse me please. So for every trade I'm going to take, I'm going to be bringing you into the mindset on that trade, how I'm going to be taking profits, what are the things the requirements I'm going to be looking out for before I take the trade. So let's get back to the chart. So I'm going to go, so at the moment now, we are currently in Tuesday, August the 13th, 2024. So we're going to be backtesting 5 pairs. So I'm going to do this. Task, backtests, 5 entries. First one. So what we're going to do, what I'm going to do, if this is a live situation so let's say this is back in August 2024, what I'm going to do in this particular situation is going to first go to the weekly time frame. So on the weekly time frame, I'm going to turn on my line charts. Then basically what I'm looking for here is, what is the market telling me with the price action I'm seeing? So currently I can see that we're in a bearish, excuse me please. Currently I can see we're in a bearish market. A lot of people may say, oh, this looks, we can see this looks bullish, like, come on, it looks bullish, but this is a bearish market because first of all, we're going to be interacting, let's take this off. So we're going to be interacting with current price action. What we need is current price action. This is data, but what we currently need is what price is doing at the moment. What's the mindset of we're trying to get into the mindset of the buyers and sellers in current moment. So on the weekly time frame, I'm going to go to the candlestick. We can see that we are in a bearish market. So we had, this was a high that was created on this bullish run. So this was a low created during the bullish run. Now we have broken through Give me 1 second. So this was the low created. I'm going to need to zoom this in, guys. Pardon me. So this was the low created on. This was low created, and this was a recent high created. So you can see how price breached below this low, and we're currently here. So we have definitely taken out, we have taken out this low, we have taken out this low, we have taken out this low. So this is just on its own. Very clearly, we are very much bearish on this market currently. So if I go to the daily time frame, we're going to see. So what we are going to do first off, what I'm going to make this red. So this is going to indicate weekly bearish. I'm going to move this here. I'm going to make this red. So I'm going to write W's here. I'm going to write W's here. So now this indicates the weekly lower high and the lower low. So if we go to the daily time frame now, we go on the candlestick. So what we're doing on the daily time frame, we can see we're still much bearish because this was the highs that was created during the runs of the bullish when GbpJpy was bullish at this particular period. Then we started becoming bearish. So see how price started creating bearish signs and patterns. So so what I'm going to do, I'm going to use this to indicate. I'm going to use green. That's what we're going to do on this. We're going to use green to indicate the last bearish move on the daily time frame. So this is just going to, why I'm doing this is so that you get, we have more clarity on, we're trying to put price in the box. We're trying to see what the current buyer, get into the current mindset, time frame by time frame on the, the mindset of the buyers and sellers, and, at the end of the day to figure out the imbalance between the buyers and sellers so we can, buy and sell and, interact in the market. So on the 4-hour time frame, I'm going to say there was a low created here. There was a high created here, pardon me. So I'm going to make this black. So there was a high created here. This is going to be 4 hour. I'm going to put 4 here. On the dailies, we're going to put these. So you can use this to identify yours when you're doing yours. So we have the 4 hour. This was a low created. This was a high created on the 4 hour when we're being bearish, and this was the low created. So I'm going to clone this, put it here. So this is a low created. So now price has been bearish between here and here on the 4 hour. So that means at the end of the day, we are very, very much bearish on this market. So you can see that we have been able to narrow price. This is the weekly time frame candle. This is the weekly time frame bearish candle. Yeah, if we go back to the weekly time frame, this is the weekly time frame bearish candle. Remember that. So we're bearish on the weekly, we're bearish on the daily, we're bearish between here and here on the daily. Now on the 4 hour, we're bearish between here and here. So now what we are going to do now is just going to we're going to play price like it's real time and figure out patterns that are going to make us take a buy or a sell. At the moment, what we have been able to discover is we're in a bearish market. So all I'm looking for is sales. I'm just looking for sales in this market. So with that being said, so let's play price. Let me do this so we have more. We can focus more. So I'm just looking for patterns that are going to make me sell. You can see we have prices. You can see like currently, you can see this is current price action. We can see that the bulls are, currently pushing this price. But for me, I'm not going to be interested in this because, for my own analysis, from my own knowledge, I'm looking for sales in this market. So I'm going to be only looking for sales parts or sell patterns, and that's only what is going to interest me. So I can see we are making a shift here. So let's keep saying, I've not seen something that really, really interests me. Okay. We've made this. What I can see this. So why am I saying I can see this? We can see that we broke below this low. If we draw a fib from here to here, we can see we're on the 58 extension, 60 extension. These are some of the these are some of the things these are the things I put together to be able to take one trade. So you can see it takes a lot of ingredients to be able to take one trade. So it narrows down it narrows down the ability for price to present those amount of variables for you to take a trade. So I'm going to be looking for something that interests me now in this price action. Still nothing yet. Not yet. At the moment, I can't see anything that's okay. Price has come back all the way down. At the moment, I can't see anything that really okay. Let's see this. What time is this? It's Friday. No, I'm still not interested. So see what it takes for you to build up one trade. So sometimes when your trading opportunity presents itself, you need to act with conviction. So let's see. And all this waiting still doesn't mean if price is going to if price is going to give you a loss. If you're going to lose on that particular trade, you are not still going to lose. It doesn't change anything. So the main thing is just for you to wait for a good pattern, something that is very recognizable, something you have seen time and time again, and take action. So I can see something that interests me here. I think I'm going to be willing to sell if I...
Well done, guys. If you have been able to get to this point of the video, I want to say thank you for watching the video. Thank you for being part of this community. And I'd like you to do just one more thing. Just click on the subscribe button like right now. Thank you very much. Please go and watch your video.
On the next candle, if I see something that's good enough. Okay, not yet. Okay, yeah, I'm waiting to sell now. So if price comes to this particular price action here, price point here, I'm going to set the sell stop. I'm going to set my stop loss around this level. Some people are going to be saying this is 209 pips of stop loss. I don't really care about this, the count. The main thing is my risk to reward. So if I'm risking 214 pips, I'm probably definitely going to be looking for a gain of at least 450 pips. So let's see, if price comes to this particular price point, it should be able to trigger us on our first trade on this back test. So let's see as they come. It came very close, but we were not triggered. It came very close. This was the candle. It came very close. We're not triggered. So nothing yet still. Nothing still. So you can see our price. Okay, yeah, there's something around here. There's something around here. There's something around here. There's a sell opportunity around here. What time is this? This is 10. The sell opportunity around here. So, but first off, we need to go back to this trade. So you can see that after we were not able to get triggered at this particular price point, what was the price point we're looking for to get triggered at this particular price point? We didn't get triggered, but you can see price went up, created bearish momentum and just kept selling. Sometimes you might be able to sell from around here, and price you'll be able to run 1 to 2.7, but if you miss that, since we missed it, we're going to be taking this. We were able to capture just this particular trade. Why did we take this trade? We have this. So we have this pullback. We have this particular price pattern here. First off, we are back already selling. So we have this particular price pattern here. You can see price has pulled back to the 50 extension of this particular move around. I'm using here, I'm not using this particular one, this one candle. I'm using this pullback here to this particular price point. You can see we had a week about around the 50 extension. So that's why I took this trade. This was on a Tuesday, 10 p.m. and 10 a.m. candle. So let's see if we get this particular trade. I think at the moment we should be in a break even here, 1-to-1. So if we get this trade, this is going to be the first trade on our back test. So let's see. Did we hit? No, we hit a break even on this particular trade. So this trade is already a scratch now. So we just hit about a 1 to 1.8. Some people may take a 1 to 1.8. I might not take it. So this is a 1.1 to 1.8. But if we're able to be on that day catch this particular trade, this is a 1 to 2.3. That would be a solid one. So let's see if we're able to get. I don't know why GJ is not presenting so much opportunities within this period, but it's all about being patient. You know, that's what trading is all about. It's all about being patient. So let's see, are we still bearish in this market? We go to the weekly time frame. Are we still bearish? I think we're about to be bullish in this particular market. So let's close all of this, because you see this was the last low that was created. This was the last low that was created. This was the last high. So let's see. Let's observe how the week is going. Let's go and see what's going on the daily time frame. In daily time frame, are we back bullish? Not yet. We are still bearish on the daily time frame. On the 4-hour time frame, I think the 4-hour time frame is still bearish, because this was the last. Yeah, we're still bearish on the. Yeah, I think. Yeah, we're still very much bearish on the 4-hour time frame. Let's see if we're still able to get sales on this trade, on this particular price levels. What's going on? Don't do that. So where's this? September 19, 2024. I don't know what's going on with my Wi-Fi. So let's see. September 19, 2024. We'll just go back there. So go back to replay. Select dates. September 19, 2024. So we're back here. So let's see. We're still looking for sales. I don't even think this is looking very much bullish at the moment. Very, very much bullish. So let's see. I'm seeing this on a Monday. So let's see between here. We have a retracement between here and here. We have price done this. Let me see on the daily. I don't want it to be like we've seen price action. So let's see on the daily. Where are we still? We're still very much bearish on the daily. Price, remember, price is bearish between here and here. So we're still very, very much bearish on the daily on this particular price, or on this particular on GbpJpy. On the weekly, let's see what the weekly is saying. The weekly is bullish now. The weekly is very much bullish now. So on the weekly, price has created a new pattern, because this was supposed to be the most recent low. Price has taken out that high, so we're now very much bullish on the weekly. So on the 4-hour time frame, let's see if we can get a buying opportunity. This is Monday. Let's see if we can get buying opportunity. So this is what it takes sometimes to build up a trade. It's kind of tricky, but that's why I have remember in the beginning of the video I said that's why I have so much pairs, so that I trade so much pairs, so that I can capitalize on opportunities, because it takes time for some of the patterns I recognize myself with in the market to present opportunities. So I can see buying potential here. Let's see if price is able to give us a good trade. going to zoom it in. Let's see if price is able to give us a good trade. I think I'm still seeing an opportunity here. Pull back between here and here. No, price didn't come back completely. But let's see. Was there a pullback between here and here? Not really. So that we know we're not forcing a trade. Let's just see if we see another opportunity. We're just looking for one more here. I can see an opportunity here. So we can see an healthy pullback between. We can observe an healthy pullback between here and here. So you can see price pullback between here and here. So some of the things I had to look out for were like, you know, price patterns. You can see like we have a double bottom here. We don't really have a morning star, evening star, but we have rejection candles around these levels. So these are just some of the things we see, or some things I see that would make me want to buy or sell any particular trade. So this is one intense backtest session. Sometimes it's easy, sometimes it's not so easy, but we can see at the end of the day it was quite intense. What I mean intense, like it took us time, but we're still able to do 1 2. This is a 1 to 3, this is a 1 to 2, this is a 1 to 2 if we took this trade, and this was a break even. So we're just able to take 4 trades, but at the end of the day you're able to see how it goes. Like, you know, this same thing, this same price patterns is what I'm looking for on, you know, on NAS 100, on gold, on everything. This is what I'm looking for. I'm not, you know, trying to look for different price patterns on anything. They are just the same. It's the same thing. What I did on GbpJpy is what I'm going to do on NAS 100, is what I'm going to do on BTC. I'm not changing anything. I'm just looking for price patterns, because at the end of the day, you know, with the markets, we are trying to just identify price patterns, get, you know, familiarize ourselves with price patterns, just like you are shooting, you know, a gun. We're just trying to create, you know, muscle memory with price patterns so that we're able to take advantage of them. So, but at the end of the day, yeah, I'm going to be touching quickly on mindset with all of this. Analytics is analytics, but the mindset of a trader is something you need to embody, because with everything I've explained, I go through losing streaks. You go through losing streak. If you are a seasoned trader, you understand you also go through losing streak. Everybody goes through it. So it's having the right mindset whilst you are adopting a strategy. Excuse me, please. Having the right mindset whilst you're adopting a strategy is very, very important, because trading is not just about having a strategy and developing a strategy. Is about, are you executing a strategy? You know, you don't have to constantly refine the strategy, but are you being more open? Because now that you have narrowed down the whole play into pattern recognition, now you have to, you know, identify more clearly and stuff like that. So it also embodies, you know, having the right mindset. What mindset do you have when you are not, you know, the market is not favorable to your trading, the trading condition is not favorable to your strategy? Are you looking to change strategy? These are the kind of thing. How are you, you know, managing your risk? These are the things that embodies a strategy. It's not just a strategy. So having the right mindset is very, very much important as you are learning, as you are adopting strategies. But with all of I've shared, you are able to use this on any of these pair. Remember, NAS 100, S&P 500, that's the same strategy I used for this particular trade. I have a 1 to 2 R on gold. So it's the same strategy. I take losses on the strategy. It's the same strategy I'm using on, you know, ETH currently, and this trade is on drawdown. I've taken this trade since let me zoom in. I've taken this trade since Monday, I took this trade on Tuesday, December 23rd. So this the holiday might, you know, make this trade become a loss, but I'm taking full responsibility of this trade, because, you know, I understood there was holiday before I took this trade. But at the end of the day is, you know, the pattern is there. I'm also trying to discover what is going to be unveiled here. we are here for continuous discovery of what we have learned, the patterns we have learned in the market to unveil itself, by the markets. The market also always has the answer. So yeah, that's basically all for the strategy. I know this is a lot of.
Yeah, please don't forget to like, comment, share. We really appreciate the subscriptions. We have we're trying to get more bigger this year. So yeah, really appreciate the like, the comments, the shares, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye for now.